Hello everybody, welcome back to CNS Corvettes in sunny Sarasota, Florida. It's a balmy 44 degrees here, or as we in Florida call it, negative 21. And it's actually pretty pleasant right now, but man, this morning was cold. I waited for it to warm up a little bit so I didn't have to wear my hat when I came out here, but I wanted to do a little shop walkthrough because we got some more interesting cars today. This one, for example, is a 1970 Coupe. The gentleman who owns this car bought it brand new in 1970 when he was a cadet at the U.S. Naval Academy. Still has it to this day. Really beautiful, well-maintained, loves his car. Came in for a new steering gearbox, and we had a slight fuel leak we had to address, but what a pretty car. And the fact that he's owned it forever is just really cool. This car is a 2005. Don't let the Grand Sport front bumper fool you. This is, in fact, a 2005. This car came in while we were closed for a week. It was just here when we got back to work the Monday after Christmas. And the tow truck driver who brought it in left the window down the entire time. This is why we don't like cars coming here when we aren't here. But car wouldn't start. Battery was dead. All kinds of issues. Basically, what happened, obviously, it needed a starter and a battery. But what we did do, every time he pushed his push to start button, it just fell back into the dash because that plastic bezel around his gauges was completely broken out and back. So we had a good used one of those, put a new rocker switch in, car starts and runs. We did a shifter harness. We did the door open pads were tired, but now this car is ready to go back on the road, and it's far better than it was when it got here. So happy to see that ready to go home. Follow me. This car came in for full torque tube rebuild, differential reseal, a bunch of the other normal jobs that we do. I'll tell you what, you don't see many cars, for whatever reason, in the C5 run, this navy blue metallic. These cars are almost always worn out and raggedy looking. I don't understand what it is about this color. Even the interiors are usually trashed. This one's a really pretty example, and we were happy to get it to where he can openly use it again without worrying about weird noises or leaks. So happy to see that car going home. This way. This car here is an interesting one. So this gentleman does landscaping and tree removal and stuff like that. And he did a job for a guy, and the guy didn't have the money to pay for it, but he said, hey, I've got this Corvette, I'll give you that. So he inherited this car, knowing nothing about Corvettes, and he wanted to make it drivable so that he and his kid could go out and enjoy it on the weekends. So we did get the car to run and drive. There's been some rodent damage on the wiring, which we were able to look at and fix. The car has a boatload of needs, but it is a running, driving car at this point. I'm waiting on him to come in to have a conference about, listen, you know, the car runs and drives. It needs tires. It needs. The interior's torn up. How much do you want to put in this car? And determine whether he's going to dump it or keep it. And that's always a tough decision. I mean, the paint's definitely, as you can see, really, really tired. The seats are cut up. This car has lived a hard life. It's a run and driving car, and he's technically got nothing in it, but you know, we're going to have to figure out what he's going to do with that. Also today, we have Steve's 2012 Grand Sport in Supersonic Blue. He's had it in his garage at home for a while. We brought it in to put a fresh battery in it and play around. If you guys were at Carlisle, this is the car you saw in our space. And it's a beautiful car. We love it very much. It's here not only to get woken up a little bit so Steve can start driving it again, but also because we have our new Super Pro bushings from Australia installed in a suspension ready to go in this car, upper and lower control arms. And that's one of the things we're going to be doing in the next 2 weeks, to do beta testing on-road, off-road, to see how those new bushings shake out, and to document the difference between the way the car is now and the way it will be when those bushings are in it. So I'll be looking forward to talking to you more about those later in the year as our testing improves. We're also doing a much stiffer red bushing for these cars, C5 and C6, for track use, that I'm going to be putting into a different car basically Steve's blue race car, and running that on track before, kind of do a before and after comparison with lap times, and have a gauge in there measuring vibration and stuff, and see what the differences are there. So again, like I was talking to you in my last video about some of our plans for 2025, this is part of it. This Corvette Sport came in the other week. It had been at a dealer, who I will not name, for 3 months. And they rebuilt the torque tube, and they did some other stuff, and they charged these people an ungodly amount of money. But they felt something wasn't right because the car didn't feel right, and they had a bunch of warning lights on, and they're still getting a noise. We brought the car in to look it over for them, just to kind of reassure them that everything was okay. Yeah, things weren't okay. The torque tube was done poorly. The front bearing in the torque tube, where the input shaft then goes through the clutch and into the engine, was pushed back about that far off of its mounting surface, which is really bad. So full stop right there. We knew we had to redo the torque tube for them. They also didn't run any of the wiring correctly, any of the cable connections, and they started reusing, like there's particular grounds back here that are important for the electrical system, and they had bolted like the clips for some of the electrical plugs to the ground, which you don't do. And none of the bolts were tight. The shock bolts were loose, the lower suspension bolts were loose. So we're gonna go through this car stem to stern, get it right, and get it back to them. Even though the dealership said they would warranty their work, considering what we were able to show them on the car, they've elected to leave it with us and pay us to do it a second time because they know we'll do a good job. My heart really breaks for people like this, because this is a nice car. All they want to do is enjoy it. And for almost the entire time they've owned it, it's been in the shop. And I really want to get it back to them, especially before things start getting nice again here, to where they can enjoy it, because gosh, that's what it's for. They paid all this money. It'd be nice to be able to go drive the car. Then finally, last car I have in the shop right now that's of consequence is this 66 big block convertible. This car was fully restored about 8-10 years ago. Very, very nice car. Super nice guy who owns it. The problem we have right now is, we noticed, he reported when he brought it in, that once the car got up to temperature, it would start running rough and then would just quit. We're like, oh, maybe fuel percolation, maybe this, maybe that. So we brought it in to look at it. Yeah, he's got no oil pressure. So we're actually going to send this car off to another shop that specializes in older car and engine work that we do business with. And they're actually going to pull the oil pan, check the main bearings, change the oil pump, make sure that there's nothing wrong inside the engine. And then it's going to come back here for power steering rebuild and a bunch of other smaller things. But we put all of that on hold because we need to figure out what's going on with this before this car goes anywhere. So that's going to our partner facility down the road, and we'll probably have it back here in a few weeks. So I'll keep you updated on that, because this car is absolutely gorgeous, and I just want to make sure that it's healthy. And I don't want them to pay me to pull the oil pan down, look at it and go, oh, it's destroyed, or oh, it's fine, and me not be able to do anything about it. Whoever's going to do the work, assuming it needs engine work, needs to start from the beginning and go from there. That's the way that should work. Anyway, guys, that's our walk around for today. It looks like it's going to be cool all weekend, which will be nice, but not quite so cool as it was this morning. And yeah, look forward to seeing you all in the future.